pull this guy back here. No one's ever going to see him. And fuck you. I suppose I could have left him alive to be a snack for me if I wanted to take out these guys with powers. But I'm going to try and do it without powers. Question is, will I be silent enough that they won't hear if I do this? Yeah, I think we might be good. Cool. Alright, now there was a PDA somewhere over here. There it is. First time? Sweet. It's because it's away from the continue. Alright, re-status. Okay, I'll pass it on. Take care of yourselves. During observation of M17, we walked into a trap. Although we were able to pull back, we lost the vehicle and its driver. We will regroup and restart the operation according to the plan. There's another PDA, I think, over here. It might be a radio. It looks like there might be a radio and a PDA, actually. Is there any reason for me to go over here? Don't think so.
Rose, are you still there? Rose, do you hear me? I'm in the security center. Okay, then I'll just do it alone. Uninvited guests.
Just what I need. Where are they? Ooh, they're coming in right there. I can go back if I need to. I don't know if I need to. I think I need to. No, maybe not. What are they doing?
What was that?
Come on. I got him before he noticed me. This is going to be a pain in the ass, isn't it? Either you going to move anytime soon? Thank you.
RF radio.
Okay, from Victor L. Project Dark. Unfortunately, we have still not been able to clarify once and for all just what Project Dark is, but it seems to continue to be of great importance to M17. It appears to be a moving object they can locate, but that's all we know. According to our latest information, the project is also associated with something they call Ascension. But we know very little about that. I'll keep an eye on it. However, it appears our informant has been compromised, as I have recently lost all contact with him. Otherwise, I'll see to it that I return as quickly as possible. I won't quite make it by dawn, but I will report in about an hour after that. Oh, and you were right in assuming that the Harding Museum and Geoforge were M17 jobs. My guess is that something went horribly wrong with their operations. At least I didn't have to worry about anything else here. By the way, the chief of police sends his best regards. So apparently, I seem to be completing missions for something called M17.
Large areas of the Harding Museum have now collapsed. Several rescue workers were buried in the process. Letters from fundamentalist groups claiming responsibility are pouring in, but police have not been able to verify their authenticity. Just a few hours ago, the Harding Museum was the scene of a firefight with suspected terrorists, in which more than 20 staff members were killed. A few hours later, a still unknown number of explosive devices were detonated, causing fire to break out in several places. Radical groups had protested an upcoming exhibition at the Harding Museum in which actual human body parts and organs were to be displayed. Always on the spot for you, this is Ian Schweitzer, RF Radio.
So I think the only way I'm going to be able to do this is through subduing one of these guys and keeping them back. Man, I wish I could get this. That would be nice to have. That, or using the distraction capability to get rid of them. That could be a good one. Wow. This is kind of a funky one. I don't know. I don't know where I would want to place this. This is being placed much like the other stuff gets placed. Will these guys see me if I come around this corner? No, not really. I think I can drag this body out of this area. Nope, they might see me. Okay, it's fine. So I want this body out of this area if I distract him over into this direction. Otherwise, this body is going to cause me issues. Okay, let's see. How does this function? Where is that other guy anyway? Oh, looks like he left the post he was at before. Actually, no, it's still in the same area. Can I distract you to here? No? Why is it no? Is that just because I won't distract anyone? Okay, I don't think I get how this distraction works. How am I supposed to use this? Oh, I can distract right there. Wow, so it's got a very short range is what it looks like. I can distract in many locations, but it has to be close enough to the guy for him to notice. Well, that's a real pain in the ass. That is pretty worthless to me. I think subdue is the way I'm going to have to go. And I have to wait for this guy to move, then I'm going to have to subdue that guy over there and then punch this guy out and try to drag him out of his view. This is going to be rough. Turn around, please. Come on. You know what? I wonder... would this be seen? No. Okay, that changes the situation. It's going to be a lot less rough. Because now I should be able to just go over here. Yeah, this is much easier once I change the situation for myself. I don't think I'm going to get distract. It really doesn't seem like it's as good as I was hoping it would be. Okay, is there anything else in here? No? Would this even go off? Because I don't have a gun. Yeah, it does. That's kind of stupid. So this is an elevator, and that's a door that I need to go to. I guess you can't do anything with this elevator. I mean, it shouldn't be like a motion detector. That's more like a metal detector right there. Weird.
The door clicked shut behind me, but that didn't matter. From the room ahead, I heard soft music.
Sweet. Another new PowerPoint for me. What are we going to do with it? Oh, we've got 3 PowerPoints, actually. That means that we are going to want Distract, or Subdue, to be its final level here. Because that 10-second Subdue is really nice. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Really don't care about that. We haven't really tried Obscure. Maybe I should try that out and see how that works. Don't care about regeneration. That sucks. This could be okay to have the stun ability. I wonder how much a short time is exactly. But, yeah, maybe we'll go for Obscure next. We'll see what I decide when we get there. And we'll check out how Obscure works. Definitely doesn't seem like it's invisibility by the way it talks about it.
In the meantime, the sun had risen, and bright and deadly light shone into the room through the skylight, but my focus was on the man who was sitting there playing the piano. That had to be Steiner.
Thank you, but I think I would rather speak to my guest alone. Well, you've come a long way for a half-vampire. Frightening, the way you so easily got through my security system.
Okay, well, I'm good. I'm not going to give up Rose just yet.
I'm just good.
Is that so? Well, I cannot really disagree with you. Not after you've made it to my office. But I am keenly interested as to why you are here at all. Tell me, what brings you to my humble home?
Tell me about yourself, Steiner.
Are you Victor Steiner?
That is correct. I am Victor Steiner. This is my club. And those were my security personnel and my ghouls you killed. But I guess you already knew who you were dealing with. Anything else would be surprising.
What can you tell me about vampires?
I would like to know more about vampires.
Really? Well, it's quite commendable that you want to learn more about us and yourself. Please proceed. What would you like to know?
Well, you seem pretty agreeable, so what are your powers?
Tell me about your vampire abilities.
Good try, but I'm sure you'll find out soon enough.
Well, I like that you're at least a nice person, that you'll talk to me. You're kind of noble, honorable, even. Are there any older vampires?
Are there vampires older than you?
Most certainly. If the world has taught me anything over the centuries, it is that nothing is impossible. But I think that it is sufficient for you to know that I am the oldest and most powerful vampire in this area.
So, what about vampire society? Are there kindreds and stuff? Do you eat kine? What's going on here?
Tell me about vampire society.
Vampire society? Ah, a very broad topic. To my regret, there is no real vampire society. Each of us, unfortunately, has a very healthy selfishness that keeps him from forming anything like a community with others. We are all born loners. There are simply a few rules we follow, such as keeping humanity ignorant of our existence. But otherwise, our society is pure anarchy. I suspect that you have come from Sanctuary. Who else would have sent you to me? That is a unique endeavor. Vampires who support one another. It's a pity I'm going to destroy them for sending you here.
I have no further questions.
Really? Well then.
I need some of your blood.
Ah, blood. Did your creator leave you behind alone? Well, I could offer you a place amongst my ghouls, but I doubt that the offer would interest you. So, if you want my blood, I'm certain you'll want to offer me something in return. Am I right?
Well, I've got information, I guess. I'm not sure what that is, but I could have some information.
I have information.
Information? That's interesting. Very interesting. Though I have my doubts that a half-blood can tell me anything relevant. But carry on. What can you offer me?
I can tell you that Blooming and Vlad are dead.
I can tell you something about blooming.
About blooming. Even if you hadn't killed him earlier tonight, there is nothing I would have cared to know about that misshapen creature anyway. In fact, I already know far too much about him. No, there's nothing I want to know about blooming. You killed him, and he deserved to die. No one will miss him.
How about Vlad?
I can tell you something about Vlad.
About Vlad? Vlad is dead. What is there to care about? Moreover, you do not seem to realize that Vlad was working for me.
I guess I could give you information about the Sanctuary. Not that I really have any ties to them.
I can tell you about the Sanctuary.
Ah, yes, the Sanctuary. Do you really think that you can tell me anything my spies have not already written hundreds of pages about? I know enough about it. Thank you.
I'm afraid I don't have anything that would interest you.
This is most regrettable. I would dearly love to know something about the people who blew up the museum and the Geoforge Tower. I don't suppose you happen to know anything about them.
No, I had assumed that one of you did that to cover up the existence of vampires.
That would have been a very clumsy way indeed to go about it, don't you think? Well, I shall have to look into that again later.
I'll let you live. I don't think that's going to go off really well.
I'll let you live.
Most generous. Yet I fear that you have either somewhat overestimated your own powers or underestimated mine. I assume that you had something to do with the events at the museum and at Geoforge. Am I right? I must admit, that did impress me. Oh, Blooming was a weakling. But Vlad had potential. Strange that a half-blood could destroy him. Nevertheless, you underestimate me at this point. I fear you will find me a much more formidable enemy.
Enough talk.
Ah, do I sense a latent death wish? Good. Then let us begin.
When the fight started, I knew it was already lost. The sunlight should have been my ally, but Steiner seemed to be immune to it. On the other hand, it burned into my flesh like fire. My second death seemed inevitable. Light blinded me as soldiers stormed the hall. I had seen this equipment before. The burglars in the museum had been similarly equipped. The sun didn't bother Steiner one bit. The enemy's bullets were another story. Steiner hit the ground. The gunfire subsided, leaving an eerie silence.